I have a question about this right to privacy. I really do. Does it apply to your government-run Obamacare? In other words, why is the government involved in my health care? Don't I have a right to privacy? Why does the government require my data on their computers or access to my doctor's data on his computers? Don't I have a right to privacy? Why do I have to tell the government what kind of policy I'm purchasing from my own health care? Maybe it's a policy that deals with things that are unique to my mental and physical well-being or a member of my family. Don't I have a right to privacy? I mean, I think we're going to take this right to privacy stuff and run it up the flagpole, ladies and gentlemen. The government's in our face day and night. I mean, if I want to drive my car and inside my car, don't I have a right to privacy? Can I use a cell phone whatever I want? Eat a McDonald's hamburger if I want to? It's my right to privacy. The hell with everything else. It's a right to privacy, is it not? And where does this right to privacy begin and end? At my front door or in my bedroom? If it's at the front door, why is everything in my house, from the toaster to the shower stall to the toilet, to the amount of water I use, to the air I exhale, we call it carbon dioxide. Why is that regulated or going to be regulated by the government? What about my right to privacy? Now, my children, they're going to public school, right? Why is it the government's business what they eat? That is a privacy right between my child and me. Is it not? Oh, this right to privacy that's in the Constitution. Isn't it amazing? Apparently, it only applies to abortion. Everything else they can interfere with. Everything else they can tell us what to do. They can regulate. They can tax. They can harass. Where did that come from? Came from nowhere. Oh, the right to privacy. Yes. What about it? Mr. Stephanopoulos? Can the federal government abolish, regulate my right to privacy? I don't mean abortion only. I mean all the other rights that come with privacy. Mr. Stephanopoulos? If the government doesn't have a right to be in my bedroom, for what purposes can it be in my bedroom? It seems to regulate, as I look around the bedroom, it regulates a hell of a lot that's in my bedroom. It regulates a hell of a lot that's in my medicine cabinet. Regulates a hell of a lot that's in my automobile. Regulates and regulates and regulates. Right to privacy. Tell me, does private property fall into this right to privacy? Or do we all have to have skin in the game when we redistribute wealth? Well, wait a minute. And have you ever looked, those of us who actually pay federal income taxes, you ever looked at the long form when you're making deductions? You mean we got to tell the government everything? What kind of clothes we're contributing to the Goodwill or the Salvation Army or Purple Heart? The name of our church or synagogue or mosque? How much money we're giving to them? Why is that the government's right to know? Right to privacy. Right to privacy. Can't have a flat tax, of course. Now that would protect the right to privacy, wouldn't it? You report your income, one or two deductions maybe, you pay a flat. No. We need a progressive income tax. Well, does not a progressive income tax violate your right to privacy? Right to privacy. They don't believe in a right to privacy. They believe in a big, fat, bloated, top-down, authoritarian government and all the damn tyranny that comes with it. They hate the individual. They hate self-sufficiency. They hate individuals who have independence, who are successful, because they love government. So, Mr. Stephanopoulos, back to you. Do you believe in the 10th Amendment at all? If so, under what circumstances? Do you know what the 9th Amendment says? Do you believe in that at all? Do you even know why it's in there? Who wrote the 9th Amendment, Mr. Stephanopoulos? Why is that in there? Can you tell us? Were these just afterthoughts? They just thought they'd throw some extraneous language into the Bill of Rights, the 9th and 10th Amendments. What is all this 9th and 10th Amendment stuff, Mr. Stephanopoulos? And while I'm at it, what about the 5th Amendment and the takings clause on private property? It's right there. It's explicit. Do you believe in that one, Mr. Stephanopoulos? Or how about the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms? What are you going to do? You're going to twist the language in the Second Amendment and say, they only meant a militia. Oh, I see. All those frontiersmen, all those mountain men, all those men and women, all those colonists, suddenly they were prepared to hand over all their weapons to a militia. Oh, I get it now. That was the Second Amendment. And what of the First Amendment? Only the press is free under the First Amendment, right? The right to association? No. What about other parts of the First Amendment, Mr. Stephanopoulos? Do you believe in those? While I'm on the subject, what about the Constitution generally, Mr. Stephanopoulos? Do you believe in that? Or is that a throwback written by slaveholders? Just curious.